Sinead O Connor, Empath or Narcissist, Part 11. In determining what somebody is, whether they're narcissist, empath, normal, or narcissistic but not a narcissist, we look at a range of material. What we're looking for is a sustained pattern of behaviours. We're looking at the way this person conducts themselves. And is a particular type of behaviour seen repeatedly, or is it intermittent? Are they one-offs? That all assists in helping us make a determination about what the person that is being scrutinised is or was. At the moment, we're looking at some of the controversial activity of Sinead O Connor. She certainly wasn't shy when it came to being forthright with her opinions, often in an unpleasant way to certain individuals. In other instances, she stood up for what she believed in. But was that belief born of a need to control people and draw fuel? Or was it simply based upon her emotional empathy for people who'd suffered like she had, as a consequence of the abuse that she had endured? We will continue the analysis. In August 2017, in a video on Facebook, she admitted to suicidal thoughts, saying, "My entire life is revolving around not dying, and that's not living." Is she finding herself in a difficult place and finds that the only way that she can articulate those thoughts is to place them on social media? Or does this show an absence of boundary recognition and is a pity play? In 2017, there was an interaction with Russell Brand. In a heartfelt episode of his YouTube series The Truths, Brand said what Sinead needs, like anyone else suffering with mental health issues, is connection, meaning, purpose, love, and a bit of time, really. Responding to the actor, writer, and funny man on Facebook, O'Connor said, "Thank you so much for your beautiful support. I've always felt a great kinship with you." Now, pausing there, is this simply the empathic trait of decency, showing thanks for the apparent compassion being exhibited by Russell Brand? Or is she simply responding in a favourable way because he's demonstrated a concern for her and shows that he's under control? Also note as well the reference to "have always felt a great kinship with you." Is this accurate? Did they actually know one another? Had they met on numerous occasions? Or is it simply a form of magical thinking and that she's using flattery to suggest that there is this connection between them? She then continues by writing, "Could also do with a jolly good rogering, frankly. The last man who touched my body took out my reproductive system 2 years ago. So, if you really want to be part of my healing journey, come on, horse it into me, boss." In a later post she added, "In case of a long line forming, it's only Russell I want to do, so don't waste your time." Dad of one, Brand, who was then dating Katy Perry, confessed he had had a crush on shaven-headed Sinead. One always speculates what it would be like to be in a romance with dear Sinead, he told the Sunday Independent. "That would be exciting, wouldn't it? I've never met her, and I don't think I'd approach her, but I would definitely await an introduction." Well, that also throws into sharp relief the question, the observation rather, about the kinship. They'd not even met one another. But also her comments about wanting to be rogered by Russell Brand. Once again, is she just simply being humorous? Or is this an absence of boundary recognition, oversharing information, and not realising that many people would deem it inappropriate for her to talk in such a way? In September 2018, she sent a series of threatening texts to the 73-year-old bishop who ordained her as a priest of the breakaway Catholic Tridentine movement in 1999. After he delayed leaving the church she had bought several years ago, after she told him she wanted to sell it. "You cheeky cunt, trying to provide me selling my property. I will come up there and kick the shit out of you," she wrote to Bishop Michael Cox. Issuing a threat, a clear manipulation. Is this devoid of emotional empathy? Or is it simply a response to the way that she was being treated? Or is she looking to assert control over him because his behaviour has threatened her need for control? Certainly, writing to somebody in such terms, calling them a cunt and threatening to kick the shit out of them, does show an absence of emotional empathy. Is it just in that instance, or are we seeing a clear pattern because it doesn't ever exist at all? In October 2018, she wrote to Pope Francis to ask for an excommunication certificate from the church, claiming it would help her woo rappers such as Kanye West for collaborations. In October 2018, she worried her fans by writing on Twitter that a healthcare assistant working with her was fired for spiking me with crystal meth. Is this accurate, or is it a lie? Is it triangulation and a pity play? In November 2018, and I Twitter post, O'Connor, using her new name Sinead David, said that she would never want to spend time with disgusting white people again for any reason. I'm terribly sorry. What I'm about to say is something so racist. I never thought my soul could ever feel it. But truly, I never want to spend time with white people again, if that's what non-Muslims are called, not for one moment for any reason. They are disgusting. The tweet sparked a strong and immediate backlash from Muslims and non-Muslims alike, with many pointing out that Islam has no race-based boundaries and millions of ethnically white Muslims live in the world today. One commented, "You're disgusting too then, because you're also white." Another Twitter user replied, "You shouldn't stereotype. People are different regardless of colour." Many Muslims in particular took issue with Sinead's comments, with one writing, "So you convert to Islam and now you don't want to spend time with white people. If you really think that you're an embarrassment to Islam, and I for one would not want you tarnishing my religion with this hate speech, #not in their name." Another Muslim Twitter user also said, "Islam doesn't hate or dislike people on basis of their colour. You must change this thinking, Shuhada. Allah is merciful and Prophet Muhammad taught us kindness for all." In further tweets, she added, using hashtags, #trust me, I am a soldier, #not as fuck crazy as she looks, and #reign of white man over. Her last message stated, "If it's crazy to care, then by all means, spank my ass and call me Fruity Loops." Then in 2018, she announced that she had converted to Islam and would be adopting the name Sinead David, later Sinead Sadakat, although she continued to use Sinead O'Connor professionally. Writing such comments, which don't actually seem logical, but again are provocative, utilizing social media for the dissemination of such a message, does seem to demonstrate an absence, again, of emotional empathy in behaving this way. Now, might it be that there is something else that is driving these behaviors and causing a reduction in her emotional empathy so that she, on a repeated basis, behaves in this fashion? Or are we seeing an individual who doesn't care about what she says, believes that she's always right and entitled to say it, doesn't show any accountability for her behavior? We, of course, will be looking at all of this in the round. In the next part, we're going to be looking at what people have had to say about her in terms of her behaviours, her kindness, and paying tribute to her in order to continue to get a rounded picture of what Sinead O'Connor was. Join me there.